So thank you very much for joining us, sir. Tell me this. I mean, China's banking regulator has met this week, and they have expressed concerns about the many challenges faced by the Chinese banking system. Are you concerned?
To some extent, yes. We are also concerned about the credit risk in this system. But we being a rating agency, we do factor in some structural strengths of this system.
Right, but rising bad loans are the big worry, aren't they? How much do you expect them to rise?
Actually, as far as our stress testing shows that we do believe by the end of this year, actually the non-performing loan ratio would be stay flat. This is mainly because of benign economic condition this year, and also because of the most risky class of Chinese banks. Actually, it's quite risky part of the loan portfolio, loans to local government financing vehicles.
So the non-performing loan ratio, you expect that to stay flat over the course of this year, but the economy is slowing in China. Where do you expect it to rise to in the coming years?
Well, that's the very important question. And actually, as far as we understand, we do believe while the economy grows, slow down, then and also the project loan season will see a rise in NPL ratio for the coming years.
All right, take us through these loans that pose the biggest risk, these ones that are extended to the financing vehicles of local governments. Explain how that works and why these are the biggest risks to the banks.
You know, over the past 18 months, these loans to government vehicles actually represent around 20% of the total loan portfolio of Chinese banks.
Okay, well, tell us about loan growth. I mean, the Chinese are trying to cool loan growth down. Are they successful? How much do you expect loan growth to cool by? I know the government's targeting about 22%.
This year, because in the first half, the loan growth was about 11.4%, and in the second half, we do believe this pace will continue to slow down to somewhat. So for the whole year, we expect the loan growth will be at around 20%.
Around 20%. Okay. Well, Fitch has expressed some concern that Chinese loans are actually much higher than official figures suggest. Do you agree with that?
To some extent, yes, because banks in China do lend through a so-called channel in trusted bank loans. But this type of loans by the end of May 2010 was around 2 trillion compared to 47 trillion by that time for the whole system. Actually is quite insignificant. And so adding this part of loans to the new loans recorded in the first half, you will have a bit higher loan growth. But overall, we do believe this year you will see some slowdown in terms of total loan growth compared to last year.
We've got Europe publishing the stress tests of its banks today. Obviously, you've done some of your own stress tests, but I wonder what you think about China, whether or not that's something that would help them create more transparency and give investors some more confidence, and whether or not something like that would ever happen in China.
Actually, information risk has always been an issue in China for Chinese banking sector. But as far as we understand, this is more from banks' balance sheet rather than off-balance sheet activities. The reason is because, in terms of corporate client base of Chinese banking sector, quite a lot of these borrowers would be unlisted companies. Although, in terms of accounting standards, they are quite close to international financial standard. But in terms of implementation, in terms of disclosure, for this unlisted companies, usually they're poor and can be manipulated. So,
yeah, okay. Cheng Liao from Standard & Poor's.